Uh, I love the way that personal stories can take you into the intimate lives of the Asian American experience. And I hope that you've seen the breadth of all of our different experiences. And I hope you see how yours is just as beautiful and needs to be shared as well. Oh, our next storyteller is going to take us back into folk tales. Those stories that are passed on from folk to folk to folk to folk. They crossed the ocean, came over to here. And now we're going to take you back over there to South India. Our next storyteller is Rupa Mohan. Rupa also trained as a volunteer for school groups at the Asian Art Museum in San Francisco. She tells stories of animals and tricksters and hero stories about the objects in the museum, their vast, vast collection. It's a job I'm sure every storyteller would love. She loves revisiting also those stories of myths and legends from her own growing up in South India. And she's working on her personal stories as well, but she's also working on enhancing those myths and legends with mudras and gestures and songs. And today she's going to include one of those songs for us, a couple verses from a very old song in Tamil, which is her native language. Rupa is going to tell us a story about the Hindu god Krishna, one of the stories of his childhood, about a danger lurking in the depths of the Yamuna River, and how this young cowherd Krishna can solve the problem. The story is called Krishna and the Serpent. Please help me welcome for our folktale that is a sacred story from India in the Hindu tradition. Please help me welcome Rupa Mohan.
Vanakkam, greetings in Tamil. Today I'd like to take you to Vrindavan, a little village in North India by the Yamuna River. Krishna was a young boy growing up. He had a lovely childhood. He loved to go herding the cattle. He loved to steal butter. And he wore a peacock feather in his head. And it was a community of dairy farmers. So there were a lot of cows over there. Krishna's mother, Yashoda, would try to stop him from going out every day. And she would sing like this. Maadu mekum kanne ni poga vendam sonne. Maadu mekum kanne ni poga vendam sonne. Oh, my darling cowherd, please don't go. Kachina palitare, kalkande chini taren, Kachina palitare, kalkande chini taren, kainariya vennai taren, peyilile poga vendam. Krishna, I'll give you milk, I'll give you candied sugar, I'll give you a handful of butter. Please don't go out in the hot sun. And Krishna would sing back, Poga vendum taye tadai sollade niye. Poga vendum taye tadai sollade niye. I've got to go, Ma. Please don't stop me. I have to go out and herd my cows happily. I don't want your treats. All I want is to go out and herd them. His mother would say, but Krishna, Krishna, I heard that by the banks of the Yamuna River, there are 3 thieves and bandits. They may catch you. Please don't go. Oh, Ma, I'm not scared of thieves. Am I not one myself? A butter thief? Yashoda would say, oh, Krishna, Krishna, don't go near the Govardhan mountains. I believe there are wild animals over there. There are bears and tigers. They may get you. Don't go there. Krishna would say, Ma, animals are my friends. They will all come running to me. Don't you worry. Krishna, what do I tell your dad when he comes back? Your dad Nanda, when he comes asking for you. Ma, just tell him I've gone to the village street to play ball with my friends and I'll be back real soon. Krishna would run away wearing his peacock feather and playing his flute. His friends would dance and sing and join him. And also the cows, his beloved cows, would follow him, totally entranced. One day, when Krishna and his friends went to their favorite spot by the river, they noticed a big change. The grass had completely dried and was brown. The trees had all lost their leaves. There was not a single bird or animal in sight. The flowers and plants had all withered. And when they looked down into the Yamuna river, they were shocked to see the once beautiful, gentle river was now dark and raging with all kinds of fires and gases coming out and spurting all over the place. Krishna knew he had to do something about it. He quickly tucked his flute into his belt, climbed up the nearest tree, and jumped into the waters, the raging waters. When he didn't come out in a few minutes, his friends became so scared. They ran back to the village crying, "Krishna has drowned, Krishna has drowned." But meanwhile, our brave Krishna was swimming to the bottom of the river. And when he got there, he noticed a horrible sight. There was this huge serpent that was hissing and squirting its venom all over. Not only that, there were smaller snakes that were also doing the same. They were just polluting the waters. Krishna went closer and bravely said, "Stop, stop. Stop poisoning the waters. This is the sacred Yamuna river. Please stop it and go away." "Who are you, little boy?" "Sss. I am Kaliya, the mighty snake, and I have come here from the faraway ocean with my wives, and we are here to stay." Krishna went even closer and he said, "But Kaliya, I am just a simple cowherd from Vrindavan, the village. If you continue to do this, we will all suffer. Please stop this and go away." "How dare you disturb me, you little cowherd?" And Kaliya came and grabbed Krishna, and he just coiled himself around Krishna and tried to squeeze him and choke him. Krishna decided to teach Kaliya a lesson. After all, he was a god. So what did he do? Krishna got stronger and bigger and pulled himself up to the surface of the Yamuna river. And then he wrestled with Kaliya, and there was water splashing everywhere. And while Kaliya was becoming weaker, Krishna got stronger, and holding Kaliya's tail, he jumped onto his hood. And guess what? He started dancing. Meanwhile, the entire village had gathered on the banks and they were watching this miraculous sight. Krishna went takita, 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 takita. He danced faster and faster, pounding on Kaliya's head. And Kaliya was starting to get dizzy and spinning, and he had a massive headache. He felt like the entire weight of the universe was on his head. And his wives were watching, and they realized that this was no ordinary cowherd. They said, "Oh, Krishna, Krishna, please stop. Spare our husband. We'll do whatever you say. Just let us go." Krishna slowed down. Still holding the tail, he jumped onto Kaliya's belly and looked at him and said, "What do you want to do?" Kaliya said, "Please, please, please spare me. I promise not to poison these waters again." Krishna said, "All I ask of you is to go back to the big ocean and promise to live in peace, not to poison any waters either here or in the mighty ocean." And Kaliya said, "Yes, of course, yes, of course." And he and his wives turned back and they headed to the ocean. Meanwhile, Krishna jumped onto a rock, and the people were still standing there, and they were wondering, is this a form of Vishnu, the mighty protector? Has he come to save them? But Krishna had another trick. He picked up his flute and he started playing again melodiously. And all the people closed their eyes and they enjoyed the music. A few minutes later, when they opened their eyes, they had forgotten the miracle they had just witnessed. And they were so grateful to see that the grass had grown back again. The flowers had started to blossom again, and the bees were visiting them again. And the trees were filled with leaves, and birds flew and perched themselves on the branches. The peacock came back and started dancing. And the Yamuna River, it was clear and calm and beautiful again, with fish, hundreds of fish, happily swimming in it. And of course, Krishna's favorite, the cows came back. And Krishna went back to being the happy and carefree child cowherd again. And there was peace and harmony in the entire land. And today, I have a prayer for peace for all of us. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shantihi, Hari Om.
Thank you, Rupa. It was beautiful. I love the mudras. Can't do the snake. How's the cow? Beautiful mudras. Thank you for bringing that story to life with your mudras, hand gestures, and bringing Krishna to life. And such powerful messages contained in the folk tales. I was struck by the very timely line of stop poisoning the waters, and what truth we contain in our folk tales. So thank you for taking us to South India. On the Muppets, I remember watching the Muppets. I don't know who else does, but they would travel by map. You look at the map and it goes. So today you're traveling by stories. You got to look into some personal lives. I took you down to Jamaica and to Florida, and then we took you into Japan in a folk tale and personal stories, taking you deep into personal life in California, and then into South India. But stories can also take you back in time. Our next storyteller is going to tell a historical story. Alton Takayama Chung. Now, he is Japanese Korean, and he grew up with the superstitions and the magic of the Hawaiian Islands. He tells many stories about Hawaii and about World War II, Japanese American experience, and many Asian folktales. He's performed at Timpanogos, the National Storytelling Festival, and at many international storytelling festivals. He's a former chairman of the board of directors of the National Storytelling Network, and he's told some really amazing historical stories that I will never forget at the National Festival last time I was there. Today, he's going to take us back in time again with another story. The story is about Richard Fisk.